So, to conclude my argument and attempt to persuade you about the need to change schooling, here's some quick key points, some takeaways, some core things that I want you to have taken away from this week's study so far. First of all, humans are learning beings. It's an intrinsic part of what we do. And teaching really ought to reflect and enhance the way in which we learn. That the curriculum, what we teach, really needs to empower people to act and influence the future. That's what the purpose of schooling really ought to be. And that means focusing on knowledge and competencies and dispositions. That our current culture of high stakes assessment is a really key barrier to innovation in schooling. And we need to really refocus on what's important, on measuring the things that really matter, on looking at what kids have actually learnt, and move away from the need to game the system and teach to the test. We need a paradigm shift from distrust and coercion to trust and support. We need to trust that every child wants to learn and is capable of learning, given the right support. And we need a strategy. And my suggestion is, we start with the low-hanging fruit. We start with those people who are not being served well by the existing system. We devise new metrics that measure the things that are really important. That's one of the areas that is most challenging and difficult, because we haven't really done that devising of new metrics, of new ways of capturing evidence about what people have learnt, particularly around the process-based things that you can't capture in a 3-hour exam. We need to try out the model and refine it and demonstrate that it works, demonstrate that it's effective. I've slipped in here, SCOME, not school, not home, SCOME, the education system for the automation age, because that's my kind of encapsulation of what I think education ought to become. But if you're interested in that, go to the SCOME website, www.scome.ac.uk, where you can read more about that. So I'm arguing basically that schooling currently is a problem, but solutions do exist. The real challenge is whether the political will exists or not. So I shall leave you with that thought.